We're in the Laredo sector, one sector over from the Rio Grande Valley sector. We're in a neighborhood that's just outside. It's not a neighborhood, it was a proposed neighborhood, but it never got developed. And it's just outside of Laredo proper. And this area is just wide open. There's no security here. There's no cameras. There's pedestrian traffic that comes to fish or, to do whatever out here, so they can't have sensors. And there's just no agents. Well, I was talking with the Border Patrol Union, and they said that tonight, Jorge Ramos from Univision or Fusion or whatever that Univision program is, he's here in Laredo proper. So they've taken all of the resources from the whole area, and they put it where he is, so it looks like they're doing this great, like this Potemkin village, really. They're doing this dog and pony show for him. But out here, there's nothing. So the river is literally like 20 feet that way, 30 feet that way max. And there's just nothing out here. So this area is one of the biggest hotbeds in the Laredo sector. And, again, see, look how close the river is. That's the river right there. So on the other side of that river is Mexico, and then that's the Rio Grande River, and this is the United States on this side. And there's literally no Border Patrol. It's not the Border Patrol's fault. It's the people in the CBP who assign the resources, and they're so busy doing things. Like one of the things they did was they expanded the sectors, or the zones in the sector, and they expanded the zones to where if even the busts that happen, inland, really far inland, are now called border busts, even though they were not called that before, prior to this administration. And they've done that because it makes their numbers look better, And then another thing that I was told they did, and I was told by the Border Patrol Union, was that they actually took I don't know the exact number, but they had like 20 zones in this sector, and they reduced it to like 4 or 5. So now they can say like, hey, we have people in every zone, or every zone is manned proper. Every zone is manned, where before they had half of the zones that weren't manned. So anyways, look how close we are. There's a guy out here fishing, but see, the thing about these fishermen is that a lot of the fishermen along the Rio Grande are actually scouts working for the cartels. Across the river is Los Zetas cartel, and they're scouts. So they sit out here and fish all day, and then they let the people know where law enforcement is, if some part of the river is clear. And so see these areas here, people can literally, like if you look across the river here, you see that there's areas where there's like literally no plant life. That's because those areas are used as landing or launching pads, and they come across in tubes and little like floats, and then they come up over here, and as you can see, like I bet we'll find some footprints down there, and they come up over here, and then they can just get their dope right out. And because there's all the fishermen, then the so-called fishermen, every so often, then the drug smugglers know where the law enforcement is on this side. And on that side of the river, that's Mexico. That's literally one of the worst areas of Mexico, right across the river. And like on that side, they have scouts as well with radios. And the scouts let people know where they see law enforcement as well. So it's a pretty intense situation that I think that we as a nation are facing, but also that the Border Patrol are facing.